My name is Gaurav and I have a vision. I would be showing my students an easier route of understanding lessons and subjects in the curriculum by combining methodologies and life skills. To help me, I have a mentor and a guide. Please meet her. She's always by my side. Oh, she's invisible right now. Very Vidya, please make yourself visible.
Hi, my name is Vidya, very Vidya, and I'm here to guide and help the teachers. I have special powers. I can make myself invisible. I can also make myself inaudible to others. And when I want to, I can snap and freeze time. And then no one would move except the teacher and I. He is the only one who can see and hear me. And together, we'll go on a magical journey.
Well, Vidya, I think it's time for the students to come in.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Teaching and learning is discovery and fun.
Methodologies and life skills, perfect combination. Methodology is like water, we give it the color. And life skills make us live our life better. Whatever subject that you study, English or history or biology,
There's a teaching tool that you mustn't oversee, the use of methodology.
speaking or writing or appreciation, demos, listening or observation, games and charts, tables and discussions, thoughts and ideas all full of innovation.
Life skills are very important things.
Know them well and joys they will bring.
Coping with stress, critical thinking.
Dealing with emotions, creative thinking.
Teaching and learning is discovery and fun. Methodologies and life skills, perfect combination. Methodology is like water, we give it the color. And life skills make us live our life better.
So, what are you going to start with today?
Fabrics and their care.
Wait, why don't you introduce this in a different way? You're going to talk about fabrics and how to remove stains from them, right?
Yes, that's right.
So relate it to them on a personal level.
Okay. Hey, what are you doing? My clothes will get spoiled.
See, that's how most people would behave, especially these children's parents.
Ah, I get it.
All right, so let's get back to class.
Let's go. Good morning, children. How are we doing today? Yeah, excellent. So, I think I've got a very interesting story for you today. We'll start with this. Some excitement, please. Whoa. Let's imagine your mummy has just got ready for a wedding and your papa walks in with a cup of tea and papa slips. So the tea, of course, falls from the cup and it falls on mummy's sari. So, how would mummy react to this?
Hi Ram.
Oh my god! Stop!
That's right. So, what is the life skill that we learn from this?
Papa will not get dinner.
Solving problems.
That's right. So, this chapter will show us how to solve problems.
Papa will get dinner.
Okay, so today we are going to talk about a different methodology. We will talk about stains and then demonstrate how we can take out the stains right here together.
Does that mean you will talk and give a practical demo?
Absolutely. Okay, so right here we have different pieces of fabric which we are going to stain together and then work on removing the stains right here. All right? Shall we begin with some tea first? So right here we have some tea in the box. I'm going to show that to you in a second. Why don't we have a couple of you come up here for the demonstration? Radhika, Prakhar, please, come on. So let's first look at the ingredients that we have. Radhika, you want to come this side? Here's the tea, everyone. That'll be doing the staining part. some kerosene, methyl, borax, and finally turpentine. So, who wants to first stain the fabric? Radhika? Watch carefully. I'm sure we've done this many times, haven't we? So to remove this, we are going to pour hot boiling water on the fabric. Come, you guys want to come and watch? Now if the fabric is colored, you would want to soak it in warm water and borax first. Radhika, why don't you pick it up and just scrub it slightly, gently, and you'll see the stain completely coming out. Prakhar, your turn now. So what is the most common stain that we get?
I think it's of ball pen.
That happens often. So do you want to go ahead and, very good, stain one of the fabrics with the ball pen? So why don't you go ahead and sponge it gently with methylated spirit or kerosene. You've got kerosene right here. This is step one. Make sure nobody lights a fire at this time. We know the result of that, right? Prakhar has just soaked it a couple of times. The first time was with kerosene, second time with turpentine. Let's see the result. You want to show them, Prakhar? Not bad. The ball pen stain has actually disappeared. Prakhar, thank you so much. Let's have you guys head back on the seats. Good job. Let's hear it for Radhika and Prakhar, everyone. Okay, experiment number 1 was a success. Shall we move on to number 2 now?
Aren't you forgetting something?
What?
What about the life skills?
Ah, yes. I spoke about problem solving.
But I think you can add critical thinking as well.
Thanks, Vidya. Very Vidya.
Anytime.
So, students, what were the life skills from this? Problem solving and,
How you should think about removing the stain?
yes, we call it critical thinking, right? Now, somebody mentioned stains with grass. So, right here, I have 2 pieces of cloth, one with a fresh stain and one with an old stain. Why don't we have 2 of the backbenchers come up with this experiment? Raghu, Soni, come on. So for the fresh stain, Soni, why don't you go ahead and use soap and water to clean it up? So the fresh stain comes out very easily, okay? Raghu, for the old stain, let me get you a sponge. You have methylated spirit, so why don't you go ahead and sponge the stained portion with the methylated spirit. So as you saw, the fresh stain is obviously easier to remove. So the key is try and clean it as soon as possible.
Extend this to real life.
As in,
Address the problem as fast as possible.
smart thinking. Very Vidya. And this, children, is true for life in general. You should try and address the problem immediately. Delaying just never helps. So tell me, what kind of methodology did we use?
You spoke and demonstrated.
A lecture demo?
That's correct. So what do you think these methodologies do? How do they help?
Make the lesson more interesting.
A different angle towards studying.
A break from routine studying.
Yes, and it also gives you a larger perspective that takes you beyond the chapter. Okay, let's move on to light energy. Okay, how about associating a lecture demo with a subject and a lesson? So, how many of you have seen a rainbow? So tell me, you're able to see the colors of a rainbow because?
Because of refraction.
Yes, exactly. So how does refraction happen? Refraction takes place when colors move from one medium to another. One medium being air in this case, to water droplets. When all the colors that make up sunlight are combined, they look white. But when they travel from one medium to another, that's when all the colors break out into the colors of the rainbow that we saw.
Sir, I feel we can do demos in refraction.
Yes, sir, that's possible. Maybe while showing the refraction and reflection of light.
That's right. The subject being physics and the lesson, light energy. So how can we do a demo?
When we look at things in water.
Yes, for example, a coin appears higher when placed in a tumbler than it actually is.
That is because of refraction.
Yes, let's quickly take a look at this in front of us. All right? So let's look at the experiment here. We put the coin into the tumbler, and if you take a look, it actually looks a lot higher than it is sitting in the tumbler. That's because of refraction, as we just saw. So the same methodology can be used for different things. Okay? Okay, now let's move on to the next subject, Hindi. And have you all read the lesson?
Robert Nursing Home?
That's right. So I had given you some tasks related to this lesson. What were those tasks?
We had to visit some orphanage or old age home to decide what we can do to help.
Yes. And what was the methodology called?
I think you had called it survey.
That's right. Just a minute.
Yes, any problems?
I was just wondering if I should first talk about life skills or check out the surveys.
I think first see what the children have done and then move on to life skills.
Okay, so the most important associated life skill is sympathy.
No, it isn't.
Of course it is. We are dealing with orphans and old people.
Yes, I know, but it's not sympathy, it's empathy.
Oh.
Sympathy is like you're trying to make it seem that the situation for the orphans is so sad, that you're feeling so bad, and you want to try and cheer them up. But that's not the case. You need to empathize with them. You need to understand and care about their desires and feelings and needs. Empathy is the ability to imagine what life must be like for another person. Remember the 9 gold medals?
Yes. Very Vidya. Whatever you say.
You're always saying that. Does that mean you don't get the point?
Of course I do. I was just pulling a leg.
All right.
So first let me ask Meena, what was her experience of the survey she did?
Yesterday, I visited an old age home. Over there, I visited Mr. Nath. I was told that he is the grumpiest man. And I did get scared initially, but I asked for help over there from a person, and he told me about Mr. Nath. He told me that he loves singing and dancing. So I went up to him. The moment I started singing, he opened up, and I got to know that he's a really nice man, and I don't think he was as bad as I was told. It's his birthday next week, and he has no one to celebrate his birthday with. So I thought I'll take my family and all my friends to the old age home, and I will celebrate his birthday by singing and dancing in front of him, and I hope he enjoys it.
That's fantastic. I think this deserves a clap from all of us, doesn't it? There's a classic life skill coming out right from there. Interpersonal skills, you're spending time with the individual, you get to know them. And also empathy. Show some understanding. Put yourself in the shoes of the other person in the process. Better communication.
Wow, Meena has made a hat trick.
Exactly.
So, sir, Meena also learned how to cope with stress.
Yes. A bonanza of life skills. Arjun?
I went to this orphanage where I met a few children. When I was interacting with them, I was really very emotional that how someone could not have parents. I was trying my best to control my emotions and not to break down.
He was actually coping with stress.
Yes, he was.
What I would like to do is celebrate festival with them.
So that shows the kind of empathy that Arjun has. Yeah? Exactly.
I really like this survey method. It gets you very close to reality.
Yes. And as you all have read that in the Robert Nursing Home, they all live these life skills so well. So children, you must empathize with everyone, young or old. Learn to communicate better so that you can be happier and make everyone around you happier. Yes. Yeah? Okay, so let me change the subject. Do you all do shopping for yourself or for the house? Yeah? Any problems you faced?
Sometimes the chips get over. Sometimes we get confused about the price. But the price is different in different places and the schemes attached to the product also make it very confusing.
What about doing a survey where you can actually check what you buy, where you buy, how you buy it?
You mean what consumers should consider while buying things? Isn't that home science?
Yes, it is. A survey to ensure that the consumer knows what he's buying in the right manner. Subject, home science. And lesson?
Consumers beware, consumers be aware.
That way we could check which product should be bought from where, the best price and the best deal.
So, which life skill would enable us to do that?
Self-awareness.
Critical thinking.
Communication skills?
Excellent. You guys are becoming experts.
Excuse me, sir. Which Pathi was that, Sim or M?
Homeopathy? But that was a very good methodology.
Yes, because it brought them closer to people, closer to the outside world. Meena is not going to be rude to her grandparents again.
Okay, I'll move on to the next lesson, biodiversity from biology.
Oh, that's very interesting. And which methodology?
I was thinking of a miscellaneous mix.
Perfect.
I'll use PowerPoint presentations, flashcards, and a quiz.
That's excellent. Let's get started.
Let's go. Everybody, we'll now look at the chapter from biology called biodiversity. So you all know the 3 levels of biodiversity?
Ecosystem.
Great.
Species.
Genetic.
That's right. We will now explore some aspects through many different things now. First, let me share a presentation. So tell me, why do you think we should save diversity?
Because flora and fauna are very useful for humans.
Right. They are the heritage of the nation and they also have a right to live. So, how do you think they're useful to us?
They provide us food.
Exactly.
They're a source of clothes like cotton and silk.
Also medicines.
And don't forget, they can be used for research and knowledge.
What can a teacher do to help save diversity?
Celebrate occasions such as Wildlife Week, organize One Mahotsav,
And get the children to plant trees and look after their school.
do experiments to show that plants are living beings.
Now you're on the right track. Now share with them what they can do.
So tell me, children,